What's up, everybody? It's Glenn back with another one of those draft off-season videos, whatever you want to call it. Gonna do rapid fire session though. So really, the only change here is we're bringing Nicholas Morrow back based on previous videos. Um, if you want to look a little bit more about my planning, you could take a look at the previous videos. But it's the way it's looking pre-free agency. I think these are some guys maybe we target free agency. Josh Alver, tight end with the Ravens. I think he's a nice backup piece to Cole Kmet. Posich and Davis would come in and shore up that interior offensive line alongside Tevin Jenkins. Javon Hargrave, I think, could be a difference maker at the three technique. Arguably the most important position in the Matt Eberflus defense. Jadeveon Clowney, 1 year, $8 million. If he's really that cheap, I don't mind bringing him in on a 1 year deal. Maybe addressing edge defender next year in the draft with either our first or the future first pick from the Panthers that we acquired. And then Rocky Sin. It's a little steep, but he's a cornerback that's played in Eberflus' system before, and he's a veteran guy. It's kind of a young secondary as a whole, so I don't hate the idea of bringing in a veteran. So with that being said, post free agency, if you look at this, we really only got a hole at right tackle on the offense, maybe some depth at running back and receiver. But that's really our only hole. And then defense, go address some of these. I mean, we executed a decent free agency period, and this team looks a lot different. So with that being said, let's take a look at the draft. Let's hop into one. We'll do this. This is the Walk the Mock Draft Simulator. It's my favorite simulator I've found. It's already got the update with the trade. All right, so I don't really see us trading up, but since it's only 9 picks, we'll simulate. Panthers go Bryce Young. Texans go C.J. Stroud. Arizona, maybe a little surprisingly, go cornerback instead of one of the defensive lineman prospects, one of the front 7 guys. Anthony Richardson to the Colts. Will Anderson Jr. to the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go ahead and guess either Will Levis or Jalen Carter to the Lions. They go Will Levis. 2 guys I would love to have. If we don't get one of these 2 guys, we're probably going offensive tackle. So we'll see if these guys go with the next 2 picks. Nolan Smith goes to the Raiders. All right, maybe we don't go offensive tackle with the first pick. Tyree Wilson goes to the Atlanta Falcons. Do we go Jalen Carter? It's probably the pick. I know he's got some off the field stuff, but I think if he's sitting there for you at 9, I think you take it and you run. All right, so we'll go Jalen Carter. The first pick, I'm just going to go ahead and sim to our next pick. We got 3 picks, pretty close to each other here, 223, 230, and 3-1. All right. So if we got Jalen Carter with that first pick, could still use an edge and a linebacker and a right tackle. Let's take a look at tackle. Don't love the way this is looking, to be honest. Larry Bourne might be our left tackle if things shake up this way. All right, let's take a look at edge and linebacker. I'm partial to Foskey because I'm a Notre Dame guy. I think Jack Campbell's the best linebacker. I think we're going to go Campbell because I think that's where the value is there. So we'll go Jack Campbell. And then we got either one of these guys at the next pick. I think it's either McDonald or Foskey. I like Adebayo better on the interior. I feel like we got enough speed guys between Robinson, Gibson. I think we got to go with a little more size. I'm going Foskey. Some people might think that's just my Notre Dame bias coming out, but it is what it is. All right. We play with the idea of pushing Jenkins back out to the right tackle. So you could take Avila, put him at guard. Switch Jenkins out to tackle. Sam Laporta at tight end might make some sense. All right. So complete transparency here. I like Blake Freeland. I like Wanya Morris. But let's go Matthew Bergeron because that's what the experts have rated up high. Let's go with that. We'll go from there. I'm going to add these guys to my little depth chart I got going on. Carter, Campbell, Foskey. And then we got Matthew Bergeron. And then I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. So right now, after the first 3 rounds, heading into the first pick of the 4th round, here's how the offense looks. Fields, Herbert could still use a backup running back. Could use a little depth at receiver. But Fields, Herbert, Matt Claypool, Moore, Mooney, Braxton Jones, Nate Davis, Ethan Postage, Tevin Jenkins, Matthew Bergeron. If he doesn't come in and play the way you're hoping, you got Larry Borum as a backup. Tackles, arguably, still a little bit weak, but young, and the interior is really strong. On the defensive side of the ball, Clowney, Hargrave, Carter, Foskey. That interior defensive line combo should be pretty good from day one. Campbell, Sanborn, Morrow, Johnson, Jackson, Brisker, Rockison, and Gordon. I like the secondary. I mean, this is a competitive team in the NFL. Let's see if we can add a little bit at these 2 positions on the defense and then maybe wide receiver, running back. Let's see what we can do. Is A.T. Perry the guy we want to add? Let's add Overshown. I know there's reports that Eberflus likes him a lot. We'll add him at linebacker. See if there ain't some developmental aspect to him. All right, running back. Is Tank Bixby the guy? I think he might be. We'll go Tank Bigsby with this pick. Jonathan Mingo, we'll take him at wide receiver. Overshown, Bigsby, and Mingo. Let's add them. It's crazy how one trade can make things look so much better. One trade and a little bit of free agency just changed the world for us. Okay, let's think about quarterback and let's think about defensive tackle here. I think that's what we got to address here with our last couple picks. We got 4 picks left. Okay. Quarterback and defensive tackle. I like Jalen Redmond. I like Kobe Turner. I like Yaya Diaby. I will come back to that. Quarterback. We'll DTR. Jake Haener's maybe the better pick, but we'll go DTR for this pick. Oh, man. Another wide receiver running back makes sense. Not really. I think I'd rather add at the defense side of the ball. Let's go front 7 with these last few picks. All right, we'll go Kobe Turner. Jalen Redmond. Let's see if we can't get maybe Jose Ramirez on the edge. He's gone. See you, bro. Go Caleb Murphy. Kobe Turner, Jalen Redmond, and Caleb Murphy. with a care. See. All right. Here's how the roster's looking after the draft. Offense is looking pretty darn good. Right tackle is maybe the one a little bit suspect position, but in general, I think you got enough at running back, enough at receiver, enough on the offensive line. There's no excuse for Fields. On the defensive side of the ball, we go from probably or without a doubt, the worst defense in the NFL to mid. Clowney, Hargrave, Carter, Foskey. Below average linebacker core, but young. Some upside. Wouldn't be surprised if Morrow isn't what you're hoping for Overshone to step up. Plays a young guy. I can get beyond this team. That's an offense that should produce some points. That's all I'll say. Let me do a quick look at what the 53 might look like. Just for shits and giggles. All right. We're going to take out all the colors. I'm going to delete him and him. Delete him. Put Ebner at the backup running back position. We'll delete these dudes. These dudes. I think Whitehair probably gets cut. These guys are gone. He's gone. They're gone. Blackwell's probably gone. We'll stick with Santos. So we're at 3 on special teams. This would be 24. It's 23, 25, 27 on defense right now. And offense would be 16, 19, 26. So we're at 56 of a 53-man roster. Keith Jones and cut hand. You cut 2 guys, probably one on each side of the ball. Offensively, we'll cut one of the linemen. We'll cut Leatherwood. Not sure about Cap there, but that's what we'll do. And then defensively, we got 6 linebackers, 5 cornerbacks, 6 safeties. I think we probably keep Houston Carson. So we'll go that. 24, 23, 25, 3, 16, 15, 18, 19, 25. All right, so this is what the team could look like in this scenario. Fields, Herbert, backup, Bigsby. A solid receiving core. Solid offensive line. Tackles are without the doubt the weak part of the offensive line, but they're young. I really like what I saw at Braxton Jones last year. Defense, there's no reason this defense couldn't be an average defense in the league. That secondary is borderline good. Linebacking core lacking. Front 4 solid. I like it. I mean, that's a team that competes for a playoff spot next year. I really believe it. If they have the right coach in place, the right attitude in the locker room, there's no reason that team doesn't compete for a playoff spot. All right, boys. I know it was a little all over the place. That's a 15-minute mock off season. Really excited about the DJ Moore trade, about that first overall pick trade. I don't see any reason why this Bears team can't turn around this stuff starting with this offseason. In reality, I think Jalen Carter sliding the 9 is a little unlikely. I think what the more likely situation is Braxton switches to right tackle and we draft Broderick Jones or Paris Johnson. But If he's sitting there at 9, you take him, and you don't think twice about it. All right, boys. Love y'all. Like and subscribe. Have a good night. Peace.